Well, hello there. I'm back with an update for my little Java game engine, and before I get into the technical stuff, I'm going to just simply run the application to show you what I've done so far. This to show off what I've been kind of doing, and it's pretty chaotic once I demonstrate it. So here we go. As you can see, you still have the monkey head. You can still move around. But if I press tab and move around, he moves around. And he moves is based off of how the camera is rotated. You might have noticed that there's a lot of weird stuff happening in here. What I'm doing is testing my newly entity system, which I'm simply calling it SGSECB, which I'll describe what that is in a minute. Everything in the scene has a behavior attached to it. Let's go to that cube first. This has a basic rotation behavior. The trees, which are pulsating and rotating in kind of a weird fashion, have a tree dance behavior, which does random rotations and scaling to them. As you can see, these flying monkey heads from Blender, they have a random path behavior attached to them. So they will rotate toward the point and then move toward to said point. For these two other monkey heads, this one is testing a basic moving behavior where, depending on how you rotate the camera, it will rotate the monkey head and it will rotate in that specific direction. And this final one is basically tank controls. Instead of using the arrow keys for the original one, we use IGameBehavior. J and L allow you to rotate the monkey head, and I allows you to move in the direction of the rotation. So it's just basic tank controls, which is pretty cool. And the next thing is that if I press the R button, you can switch to another scene. Which this one is just a snow floor, which I'm just simply calling the snow scene, and it has nothing in it. And if I press R again, you're back to the chaotic scene. So how does this work? Well, like I said, this is a new kind of paradigm I'm working with, which is called SGSECB, which stands for Systems, Game, Scene, Entities, Components, and Behavior. A system basically could be anything. It could be the application layer, which is your window, your input layer, which is like how you handle user input with the keyboard or the mouse or a gamepad, for example. The renderer, which is I'm using OpenGL, and the physics, sound system, whatever. That's what a system is. The game is basically the game object that gets loaded on the start of the application. Pretty much it contains your persistent data between like each scene. And if I show it off right here, here's the implementation of the game object. It basically manages the scenes. You can attach a game behavior, which basically persists through each scene that you transition to. In theory, the next component to this is the actual scene object, which is basically kind of It's your levels, your area, your map. That's pretty much what a scene is. A scene can have also a scene behavior, which can interact with all the entities in the scene. The next level is your entity itself. This is your individual game object. It could be anything. I'm using composition for it. So instead of inheriting using an object-oriented programming paradigm, you're using composition instead. And an entity is made up of, well, components, which is kind of similar to how Unity does it. And a component is basically a wrapper for certain things you get from your system, or systems to be more precise. And each of these objects can have a behavior. Like, for example, all the behaviors, if I rerun this again, if it doesn't just minimize, every single entity in this scene has a behavior attached to it. The original monkey head has a movement behavior. This monkey head has a tank control behavior. The trees have a tree dancing behavior. The cube right there has a rotation behavior, and these flying monkey heads have a random path behavior. And if you look in this package, this is where all the behaviors are, and these are all the ones I've made so far for testing purposes. Yeah, this is kind of chaotic, but just how it is. Outside of that, you can do scene transitions, and hopefully by the next video I'll have what is known as prefabs implemented, so I don't have to... Where is testing 2? That's 3. I don't have to have a scene that has over 400, like, 400 lines of scene code. And I can do all this and just set the prefab, which will make it easier to implement. So yes, I still got a lot of work to do. And to let you all know that this project will be a simple first-person shooter game. That's my kind of objective for it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all take care and have a great day. Take care, everybody.